is kicking ass. I'm not supposed to say that word, am I?
No, let's redefine it.
Lots of air.
Freestyle is a lifestyle. It's like freedom of speech, same thing as freedom to ride. Guys doing everything they can, everything they want to do, and there's no limits except having fun and being yourself.
What do you think freestyle motocross riding is?
I didn't plan out nothing. I mean, well, it's just like free ride, you know, you go out there and whatever hit you feel like doing most, you go out and do it. So yeah, I feel good on everything though, so I'm pretty stoked.
There's Supermans, there's no footed can-cans, there's cliffhangers, there's Supermans with seat grabs, there's candy bars to land on a front fender, there's saran wraps, Cordovas, no-hander landers, combinations with hill clickers. There's hill clickers to no-hander landers, also just big whips, and just pretty much that's it.
These 4 strings I play, and they're always out of tune. Got a list of your needs and wants. 24-hour roadside resistance is all I got for you. Roadside resistance. Roadside resistance. Roadside resistance.
Try to stay up on the bike. If you get up over the front end, you can like throw it over the barn. Like as soon as you get up, you throw it down. You just get up over it. And it's, at the bottom, you just got get it wide open and you get a little bounce. And your speed will throw you forward, even if it's like coming backwards. If you're going fast enough, you'll just bounce forward.
The landings are real harsh. We're going, 15, 20 feet in the air. Pretty much a flat ground landing. I broke out a wheel actually last weekend at another competition doing the step up. So it's a harder landing actually than probably the 80, 90 foot doubles.
They hurt my shoulder. I have a couple screws in this one. I tore my rotator once. They're getting better. They have more of a slope. Sometimes you shoot so high up and you got the front end high and you come in and slap it down. It's a little rough sometimes, but you try to make the pole. That's all it matters.
And so it goes, we'll never stop till we reach the top, till the end of our years. We're gonna take on the world. Come on, every boy, every girl. We're gonna take on the world. Come on, every boy, every girl. We're gonna take on the world. Come on, every boy, every girl. We're gonna take on the world. Come on, every boy, every girl. We're gonna take on the world. Come on, every boy, every girl. We're gonna take on the world. Come on, every boy, every girl.
I planned all that, but I didn't expect my seat to fall off halfway through my run. I was a little upset.
So maybe you're a little more worried about the fire than the bike maintenance as you should have been.
Well, I don't know. I guess I should have used a little duct tape or something. It seems that probably would have held better than the bolts that were in there. So now it's time to start drinking.
pretty much tricks are innovated just from practicing. You know, we go out and I see pictures of me doing seat grabs a year ago and I look like a dork. You know, it's like now it's, you know, it just elevates from practicing. You go and you just push yourself further and further. And
you got to show everyone up when they do a trick. You got to try making it look better than they do. That's basically it.
Bar hops are, you know, they're very difficult. I mean, that, you know, getting your feet extended out is one thing, but then coming back is another thing. I mean, it's a technical trick, you know. I mean, there's a few of us that can actually go extended, you know what I mean, like they're, you know, like getting your ass kind of, you know, up in this area, you know, up to the bars and get your, you know, your legs extended out or, you know, extended up. I know Twitch, he takes his feet and, you know, extends them kind of like straight up, which, you know, it looks cool. It's technical.
I'm just trying to ride. I don't ride enough. I need to ride.
it's a bar hop, and once you get out in front of your bars, you try to do like it'd be almost like a straddle, like a double snap kick, kind of like some old school Shaolin stuff. That's what I call it, the Shaolin.
As soon as I'm leaving the face, I'm already starting to put my feet through the bars and pushing like straight through. So your hands, so I just get fully extended when I'm at my peak, and then, you know, just as soon as you get to your peak, you just gotta hit your knees. Usually I hit my knees with my chin and pull back so hard to make sure your feet don't grab. And if your feet get caught, which I've been pretty lucky not to, then it could be pretty deadly. I didn't sterilizer anyways, but an unplanned one.
Clifford Adaptante was the first person ever did a sterilizer. Started, actually first he did it with one leg over the bars and standing on the front fender kinda, and then it evolved to two legs, and that was pretty sick.
I was doing like candy bars, just 1 foot, you know, through the handlebar, and I landed it. I landed 1 foot, and I was like, oh, that's cool, you know. And I'd done that, so I was like, well, let me see if I can't do two, you know. So I started doing bar hops, and then I think it was last year at Costa Mesa. That was the first time that I pulled it out.
Time is up.
As long as it's real smooth and you gotta nail the right spot exactly. I mean, you can't even be 2 feet off. You gotta land at the top, in the transition, perfect. You know, kind of like a no-hand lander, but way more technical. We gotta be perfect. But when it is, it's smooth and it looks cool.
I like doing a lot of tricks over the front of the bike. I mean, because I'm kind of like a shorter guy, and it's a lot easier for me to get through the bars. But McMets is basically, you started out like bar hop. You get both feet up through the bars, and then you just got to let go with both hands, and then bring your feet out and around the outside, and get your feet back on. And then, you know, if you want to go for all the points, just keep your hands off and hope for the best. And then, you know, if it works out, then all the more power to you.
You know, the first time, you know, I seen Mike do what he calls the McMets. I forget where the location was, but it's a gnarly trick. I mean, he was pulling it just, you know, by the skin of his teeth. You know, it's like it's pretty gnarly, and it's a really gnarly trick.
First time I saw Mets do it, I was bummed because I've been thinking about doing it for a while, and I could do saran wraps real good with either foot. And I was practicing with Jonesy, and I'm like, "What are you thinking?" He's like, dude, you're gonna kill yourself. You won't be able to do it. So I was like, and that's a big contest coming up. The one he pulled it in, and I didn't want to hurt myself before those, and then he did it. And then, but it was a relief too, because then I knew I could do it, and I went out and just started doing them after that. So when you're setting up to do a McMets, you got to be straight. The bike's got to be level in the air, and you kind of jump through the handlebars. So you got to kind of snatch yourself back and open your legs up and go out around the bars and pull it back. And if you nail it just right, you don't even have to grab the bars and you can land no hands. But everything's got to be right.
Hey, what you do?
Only speculate about living in the dark. I would rather generate a little light from a spark.
People that can do McMets, myself, Clifford, Dan Pastor, Jeremy Carter, those guys are doing them. I taught him all that trick, by the way. Little bastards.
Let it all go! Trevor's mind is going for it!
I got a lot of different goals in life, and just want to have fun with all my friends. That's pretty much the main goal in life, is to have more fun than anyone and bring everyone into my fun in life. I'm doing a pretty good job at it.
Here we go again, calling on a good friend, sipping on a ride, picking up a 40 cause my mouth's dry. Boardwalk, hustlers with the cheap talk, trying to find the time on the Tijuana knockoffs. Hooking up with the B-Dub crew, Lahaina setting up for a front row view, knocking back laughs and a bottle or two, just watching that ass as it rolls on through. Life is short, so
Tried everything, it's all fun. I'm not trying to take anything away from anyone's extreme sports or whether people play football, basketball, baseball. But I think motocross freestyle is like the last frontier of extreme sports in society. There's nothing that's going to go bigger than a dirt bike pinned over a huge gap. If that's what somebody wants to do, is jump 200-foot jumps, a dirt bike's pretty much the only thing that's going to let people do that. I was born and bred to ride dirt bikes from the beginning, and as long as God lets me ride bikes, I'll be riding. Thank God that's what I do.
Step one. No, I must say that I'm feeling real fine. Money in my pocket and girls on my mind. No, I'm not talking about a true romance. 18 double O and a table dance.
That's pretty much the high that I get out of life, is just being able to perform and put on a show for the people that want to come and watch us and see what we do.
Like a rock star, kick a little ass.
Matt, are you having fun though? I'm having fun, Kevin Steele! Fun!
off with that guy.
First gnarly tricks was a no-hander lander, and Mike Jones did it a long time ago, and you know, quite a few guys do it now, but it's still a gnarly trick. The bottom line is trying to do it off big jumps or technical jumps, because anyone can really do it on a small jump. But no-hander landers are gnarly. No-hander's been around for years. You know, that's one of the first tricks that's ever been around.
No-hander landings are basically it's just all it is commitment. You know, you just got to commit to yourself to do it. There's a little bit of technique involved in it. You know, make sure the bike's at the right angle and stuff. And you know, like when you're halfway through your jump, whether you're gonna be able to in the right position to no-hander land it. And like I said, man, you just gotta be committed to it and just do it. Pretty much. That's all there's to it. And I started doing like nothings to no-hander landers, front fender grabs to no-hander landers and stuff like that. It's a fun trick. I like doing it. Can lander, stuff like that. Just adds to my routine a little bit.
I want to be as smooth as possible and as big as possible. Some guys, you know, I go home, you learn some crazy stuff and just practice it till, you know, until I get it really smooth and big. And that's what I do, man. I don't know. Just go big. Cliffhanger is basically you put your feet on your handlebars and just like jump off, you know, and just kind of hang on by your feet, you know, your toes. I don't know, I just go off the ramp, and when I go, I try to keep my front end low and just kind of float off, like push my bike down a little, catch it with my feet, and then just kind of jump back. And then I pull with my feet, bring my bike back to me. So that's the technique I use. I don't know what everyone else does, but it seems to work all right. It's comfortable.
I think the best cliffhanger is you try to get your feet up here, but your legs fully extended at a little angle, and then you take your hands off and just float off the top and keep your toes there. to fully extended, you know, 7 foot tall, I think that's a perfect cliffhanger.
Well, the Cordova, it's a couple people different, you know, do it differently. You know, they have different styles. Some of them like just hang their feet up here and then, you know, bend their backs or, you know, parallel with the seat. You know, maybe their heads like cocked back a little bit. I get my feet and then my legs are, you know, kind of like hung like this, and then I'm bent, you know, all the way back, you know, kind of arched like that. So basically, I mean, to tell you the truth, what I do is whenever I do the Cordova, when I go back, I close my eyes. When I go back all the way, and then when I come back, it's like, it's just all, you know, it's so fast and quick. It happens, you know, just in a matter of seconds. That you know, it's just bam, I do it, I come back, and right there's the landing, and hopefully you pull it.
A lot of people don't understand, you know, how gnarly jumping dirt bikes is, and you know, you got these guys playing basketball, they bump into each other, they fall on the ground, start crying because they bruised their arm or something. We crash, break our backs, break our necks, break our arms, have rods, pins in my body. So many concussions, I can't even think straight half the time. And it's like, you know, it comes with the sport, and that's why, you know, I love the sport.
Nobody hurts me like my baby.
I've paid my dues over the years, and you know, I've had many broken bones. Pretty much my whole body's been broken, but it's a dirt bike, and every time someone gets on it, you got a 50-50 chance of getting hurt. It's a machine. It's a beast.
Broken ankle, 2 pins. I broke my arm, dislocated my arm from my shoulder, had to have 2 pins. I broke my heel, I had to have 2 pins.
Landed sideways on the landing and just put my foot out like kickstand, and just the impact my whole foot.
Nobody hurts me like my baby. Nobody hurts me like my baby. Nobody hurts me like my baby. Nobody hurts me like.
I went down, dislocated my hip, basically lost the entire use of my left leg. That was pretty gnarly. I couldn't walk, I couldn't move, I didn't sleep for 2.5 months because of pain.
This year I think I'm up to about 110 stitches. I got 2 screws in my left ankle. I have 2 screws in my right shoulder.
2 broken femurs. Busted my teeth.
Ankles, wrists, collarbone.
Broken foot, broken arm, other broken arm, broken hand, fingers and toes. Once you get it down to do the tricks, I mean, it's relatively safe, so to speak.
Well, you know, pretty much Brian Deegan's just my partner in crime. You know, we just revolutionized the whole sport of freestyle motocross, supercross, and motocross. Pretty much anything that has to do with dirt bikes is pretty much revolved around us. We started freestyle together, and you know, we have all these posers out here that go do their little dumb double tricks like, oh yeah, that's real cool, bro. See how many gay little tricks you can do off one jump. You know, pretty much we're over it. We're over all the little corporate bull. You know, oh yeah, you have to run MCD sticker. MCD. I'm over that, dude.
don't even like this area. I hate Huntington Beach. I'm here to see people walking around with black fly tattoos. OC 714, what the is that, dude? You know where I'm from? I'm from 909. Temecula, the bowels of it, desert, wine country. Nothing but criminals and meth houses. Come here, glamour, reef models. What? We're over it.
Well, pretty much, yeah, I won a Supercross a couple years back and was pretty much the best at the sport in Supercross, and I was pretty much got burnt out on that scene because it's so corporate. And then freestyle started, and pretty much me and Larry innovated it years ago. As we're just always just play riding and busting new tricks and big jumps, and then they decided to make it into a sport. So it's like the militia's here to keep it real, you know, keep the danger back in dirt bikes, because right now it's just drifting away. And I'm stoked to be one of the originators of it. And you can see half the guys out there ride like sea riders, can't even hit a turn. So got guys like me and Larry, we raced the nationals, we did Supercrosses, we paid our dues, so that's why we're here, and we're gonna dominate it. And if not, we're pretty much over and we'll go on to something else and dominate that.
It's pretty much like this. This is our sport. We started it, you know? We can end it. It's like we have the power. We have the money, the power, we have everything. You know, you got little chump-ass half-step promoters and riders that come out, think they can pull it off. We started it, pretty much we have the power. We own this whole industry, and people realize that, and if we want to bar a contest, we're gonna bar it.
Pretty much anyone that's down to make us money, we got their back. Other than that, you're pretty much not our friend.
Pretty much like me and Brian, we have our little battalion of midgets. We have currently 100 of them right now locked in basements. We put them through extreme torture treatment. We inject them with steroids. We file their teeth into sharp little points, and they're armed with a switchblade and a trash can lid.
The traditional Superman with both hands on the bars is, I think, one of the toughest tricks. I only see 2 or 3 guys do them well, and that'd be Tommy Flowers. And it's just being really comfortable on the bike and in placement of the bike, because otherwise you can't throw your body back. A lot of people do them, and as you throw your feet back, it's really tough to get back to the peg, so they're not very extended and not very high off the bike. So that's the biggest thing, just again being comfortable on the bike and basically bringing your knees to your chest and fully extending out is what I see riders create the biggest Superman as far as away from the bike and straight right.
Basically, the hard tack is just like a variation of the Superman C grab. It's where just kind of kick your feet kind of high, like above your head. And it was just kind of like a progression type thing. I mean, it started out as a Superman C grab, and it's kind of evolved into what it is. I mean, really, the first time people really saw was the X Games, or actually Gravity Games last year, and that's kind of where it really stood out. That's when the name came through and the whole deal. So I mean, it's kind of weird. Like I didn't. It took me a while to really grasp the name of it, but you know, I guess it's kind of stuck.
Shut up, I listen to your words now. I said shut up, can't stand to hear you say. I said shut up, I listen.
When we first started doing freestyle motocross, Kerry was doing seat grabs from the beginning, you know. And, you know, now you look back at his seat grabs and, you know, they're not that good, but it's a thing when you do a trick and you just keep doing it, you just elevate that trick. You just keep going, and he started doing heart attacks. And everybody's like, I wasn't even thinking of doing a heart attack. I wasn't even doing seat grabs then, you know? And so it just, I don't know, it just comes a time when you feel you're ready for certain things, you know, and you go out and try them. And then I was just trying to get it up higher a couple times, and I tucked my head down, and everybody's like, you know, I really thought that was, you know, taking it a little bit farther. So, well, all right, I'll just keep doing them like that.
For the militia air, my deal is coming up to the ramp, you gotta be super committed and know that you want the bike level. You just jump and drift off the back of the bike, grab both hands, and then just push off and just extend your legs out. And then, you know, sometimes I even throw an Indian air. You know, I'll extend my legs out and then throw an Indian air, add that into it. It's one of the gnarliest tricks, you know, militia air is gnarly.
Yeah, like when tricks like that, like double grabs and stuff come along, at first I was like, man, that's some gnarly stuff ever, I'll never do that. But I used to say that about, you know, Superman C grabs or C grab Indian airs, and now I'm doing them, and it's just a progression, you know. Once one person does it and it moves on to a couple people, then once a couple people are doing it, everybody's got to do it. You got to step up and claim it.
Most favorite tricks, probably right now, a lot of people haven't actually seen me do, just because I've been training a lot and there hasn't been too many competitions. It's probably like the double grab heart attack. I just started doing that one. I mean, like full extension heart attack double grab. And now there's a trick that my buddy Regan from Canada, he started doing before he hurt his foot. It's called the helicopter, where he does a full heart attack off the bike and then does the Indian air. That's what we call it, the helicopter. And now we're actually going up, throwing it, doing a double grab heart attack, helicopter, doing the Indian air. So now it's a double grab Indian air called the double heart attack. Or no, the double helicopter. We're still kind of getting used to that one because we haven't really done it too much yet.
A double knack is kind of like coming up for a Superman, but you also got to sling your bike out like a knack, and then I rotate around. So it has like a combination of a couple tricks in it. And now I'm throwing an Indian air into it, which is stepping it up another level, which I think looks pretty cool. So I don't know what else to do with it. When I started doing double cans out to the left, and then I started doing a pendulum, and then I started doing double cans to the right, and I just didn't do them the same way. I'd come up and go like this to the left, but to the right I would go out like this, and it just felt like I was doing it bigger there. And I just kept working on them, and now they're just back twisted as far as I can do them really right now. I want to get a cliffhanger down or something like that where I'm up front more, because I mean, I do, you know, every leg trick you can do, and every grab trick, and, you know, a couple different variations of things. But if I could, I mean, that's the only thing I'm lacking in is something like that. So if I can get that down, I'd be pumped.
There's guys that just, I go out there and I watch them, I'm like, dang, you know, these guys can just do anything. And it seems like everybody's stepping up, they're all buying ramps. I just ordered a ramp, and I don't know, I think it's just gonna keep going. You know, pretty soon, it was just Hart. Hart's kind of inventing things, Tommy. and it's kind of scary to see where it's going to go. You know, the heart attack is something that I want to learn. I tried it 2 days, and it's like I can't quite get there. And I don't know. I mean, I definitely don't want to see the next step.
Is definitely a trick for the racers, but it's also an awesome trick. You know, it's the best thing. If you can do a big whip, that's going to be better than any other trick out there. But it's got to be the gnarliest whip that anybody's ever seen. Like Sink Mars and the Young Whistler brothers. Both of those guys just whip it unreal. Digging whips it huge. There's a few of us who can just throw it down. You know?
Bottom line is, the crowd loves the whip. Something about it, I think they just like because it looks like you're gonna crash and you pull it. And whips are old school. They're gonna be around forever. It's a gnarly chicken. You gotta have bike handling skills to pull off gnarly whips. No kid's gonna come out after a year of riding and be able to just whip it flat. It's just not gonna happen.
When it comes to the whip, I think Mike Jones, you know, my partner from Pennsylvania, pretty much. He's got a lot of experience, and he's tough. He's strong and just throws the bike around.
Jonesy, at this point, the pertinent question is, how do you bring it back?
I don't know, actually. I'm just glad that I do bring it back because it's 85 feet to dirt, so if I don't bring it back, I'm in trouble.